What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and let's talk about stimulus checks arriving this month, August 2022. And we're hearing they'll probably be needed with the way things are going with our economy, inflation, and a recession happening right now, which the White House is denying. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, as you guys know, it has been over a year since we have had those promises for fourth federal level stimulus checks. Politicians have not come through for us. Also, child tax credits. President Joe Biden wiping out student loan debt, $200 per month, Social Security increases, all of these promises unfulfilled, and we're hearing that it's usually around election time that politicians start to pass things, because that is when they're going to be able to get some of the credit for the things that they've done. So we're hearing that a lot of these provisions that we've been waiting for over a year, that in this midterm election year, there's a big possibility they're going to come right around that time, right before voters hit the polls. And like I said, all of these legislations, these proposals, they're coming out right now. We just heard about Biden talking about executive actions. So we will see. I will keep you up to date. But what a lot of people don't realize is that in addition to that, there's also states, cities, and counties sending out their own provisions as well. As take a look at this, you guys. Here are 8 states that are going to be sending out payments this month. Now, this is just the states. This does not include cities or counties. As I mentioned, late last night, I was working, finding some programs, and I was looking at Texas, and I found in Houston, San Antonio, and in Austin, monthly reoccurring check programs. That is right. And it's just unfortunate people don't realize that these are available. These are not readily advertised. People don't know about them. And I want to make sure that people do not miss out, because they're also only available for limited amounts of time. You got to be eligible. You got to apply. You got to know where to go, who to contact. It's just a mess. I spent literally hours last night just on one program to find out where do people go to get information on it. And some of them I'm still working on it, and I'm going to do my best to help you guys out to make sure that you have it all in one easy place to access. My list right now, as you guys know, I'm assembling a list of all the checks in the nation. Is close approaching 100 checks. Did you know there's that many checks available? Neither did I. Well, you guys, I'm going to make sure that you have them all in one place, easy to access. And if you want access to the list, all you got to do is go to www.reliefroadmap.com, put in your email, be sure to share it with your friends and family, let them know that this is happening so nobody misses out. It's a terrible thing when people tell me, oh, there's nothing in my state or my city, and it turns out there was, and there was a program that just ended last week that people were eligible for. I don't want to see that happen to my viewing community, the Ram fam. Go to www.reliefroadmap.com. I'm going to keep you guys up to date on everything that is available to you. But you guys, let's dive into 8 that are going out right now. And also, if you missed my last videos, check them out. There's a lot going on right now with Congress, with legislation. Joe Manchin defending himself all over the place with this Inflation Reduction Act, which economists are now coming out and saying might actually increase inflation. Joe Manchin is not happy in the White House. They're fighting with reporters and economists as well. So check those out right after this if you missed them. But you guys, let's talk about 8 stimulus checks going out right now. Now, before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the content, don't forget, smash the like button. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. All you got to do is very quickly hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions, hop onto Instagram, shoot me a DM at SteveRam3, and I got a second channel, Steve Ram Finance, where you can learn about growing wealth and personal finance. More content coming on that channel as well. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into this article and let you know about 8 states sending out checks this month right now, August 2022. All right, guys, so let's dive into this article, and a link in the description below if you'd like to read it for yourself. I always cite my sources so you know it's the latest. This just came out yesterday, and the first of the 8 states sending out checks this month is going to be Delaware. Take a look, you guys. Delaware has been issuing one-time $300 relief checks to every adult resident who has filed their 2021 tax return since May, and is continuing to roll out the payments over the summer. Joint filers will each receive one payment. No additional action is going to be needed to receive the payments. payments, and residents can check for status updates on their rebates right here at this hyperlink in this article, link in the description below. This relief is intended to help Delawareans facing higher prices at the grocery store and the gas pump, the state website reads. Next up is going to be Florida. Last month, Governor Ron DeSantis said that 59,000 low-income families in the state will be eligible to receive a one-time payment of $450 per child to offset the cost of rising inflation, especially with the new school year approaching. This one-time payment can be used for anything from buying diapers or fueling up at the gas pump, DeSantis told families. The Florida Department of Children and Families is offering financial aid for families who receive one of the following services through the department: temporary cash assistance, relative or non-relative caregiver funds, and has an adoptive and or foster child in the household. The checks are a part of the Hope Florida, a Path to Prosperity program, being led by Florida First Lady Casey DeSantis. Qualifying families do not need to apply for the benefit, as the payments are going to be mailed out automatically and have already begun rolling out. So it's very nice that for these particular checks, you don't need to apply. Take a look, you guys. Next up is Georgia. Since May, Georgia has been sending out one-time rebates to taxpayers who filed their state returns for 2020 and 2021 in the amounts of $250 for individuals, $500 for joint filers, and $375 for heads of household filers. The refunds will be based on the filing status of the 2020 tax returns. Partial year residents and individuals who owe taxes, child support, and other payments may also receive smaller relief checks, so these will be garnished. The Georgia Department of Revenue is anticipating delays due to the volume of refunds that are going to be needed. According to the website, the department will issue most of the refunds by early August for returns that were filed by April 18th this year. So that's going out right now in Georgia. Next up, Hawaii. Hawaii Governor David Eagle recently signed a tax rebate into law that would roll out $300 checks for residents who earn less than $100,000 or $200,000 for joint filers, with dependents eligible as well. Individuals who earn more than $100,000 or $200,000 for joint filers, they will also receive a check one time of $100. Now, the state's Department of Taxation said that the payments, they're going to be mailed out in the beginning at the end of August. So keep an eye out for that at the end of August in Hawaii. Illinois, they have an estimated $1.83 billion for a relief package. The Illinois Family Relief Plan went into effect July 1st. Now, the plan includes income and property tax rebates, as well as temporary cuts in several sales taxes. Amid historic rates of inflation, the people of the state deserve to know that they are not alone. We are with them, said the lieutenant governor. When our residents are feeling the weight of buying food and gas and making ends meet, Illinois acts to ease the burden. Now, while the comptroller, Susan Mendoza, isn't expecting to cut income tax rebate checks until September, the state has already begun rolling out property tax rebates. Homeowners earning less than $250,000 or $500,000 for joint filers, they're going to be eligible for an amount equal to the property tax credit that qualify for on their 2021 returns of up to $300. These payments are going to be sent out automatically. Next up is Indiana. Indiana has been sending out $125 payments to all taxpayers, regardless of their income, since May. Governor Eric Holcomb is urging for lawmakers to send out a second payment worth $225 per taxpayer, but his calls have received pushback from Senate Republicans who are offering an alternative plan that instead would suspend certain sales taxes. So I'll keep you up to date if another check is going to be rolling out in the state of Indiana. Next up is Minnesota. Frontline workers in Minnesota are going to be eligible for one-time payments of $750. Checks began rolling out late last month, but applications were due July 22nd. And I let you guys know about that was only available for a limited amount of time. That program is now closed. Up next is New Mexico. Multiple rebates have been approved in New Mexico, while qualifying taxpayers already received the first payments of their $500 rebate back in June. A second payment is going to be expected to arrive this month, in the month of August. Now, with rising consumer prices straining household budgets across the nation, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham and the New Mexico legislature in 2022 approved multiple rebates for New Mexico taxpayers, as well as economic relief payments to New Mexico residents who are not required to file taxes. So you guys, that is the 8 different states right now that are sending out stimulus checks. And like I said, there's also cities, there's counties, and we're waiting to see what happens on a federal level. Now, whatever does, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel and make sure that you do not miss out on anything. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button. It takes a second, helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? If you haven't come, join the Ram Fam. All you got to do is very quickly hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions? Hop onto Instagram, shoot me a DM at SteveRam3, say hello. I'll try my best to get any answers to any of your questions that you got. Consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And if you haven't already been added to the list, what are you waiting for? Go to www.reliefroadmap.com, enter in your email, let your friends and family know so you can get access to all the checks in the nation, know about everything, and not miss out on anything. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.